Many of you at the end of the regular season in college football last year felt that TCU was the best team in the country. We, of course, know what happened. They were number 3 going into the final regular season week. They annihilated Iowa State, and they still finished at number 5 in the country and out of the college football playoff. And we'll never know how good TCU would have matched up against any of those teams in the college football playoff. We've got 5 conferences. We've got 4 spots. So the Big 12 finds itself in a similar situation, I believe, this year with no championship game and with what's considered to be the weakest conference possibly, along with the ACC. And then on top of that, there are very few, I'm going to say one, real meaningful out-of-conference game. This one, possibly, with TCU taking on Minnesota Thursday night to open the season in the Twin Cities. TCU annihilated Minnesota, really manhandled them 30-7 at home. Too athletic, too many playmakers. They go to the Twin Cities. I think it's going to be a closer game, but I still see TCU coming out on top by 2 or 3 scores. Add on to that Minnesota is probably a mid-tier, maybe upper mid-tier Big Ten team, so they go 5-3, maybe 4-4 in the Big Dime, and TCU can say, what about that victory? That's the predicament of the Big 12. All right. In addition to the game against the Golden Gophers, you got Stephen F. Austin and SMU to open the season. So the Big 12 is very detailed in its scheduling. They play 9 consecutive conference games after playing the 3 non-conference games, and we know that everybody plays everybody in conference, which is a good thing. So after that, it's Texas Tech, Texas, Kansas State, Iowa State, West Virginia, Oklahoma State. So really, the end of the schedule's everything for TCU. The last 2 weeks of the season, November 21st and 27th, Oklahoma, and then Baylor at home in Dallas-Fort Worth on that Friday after Thanksgiving. If you go back a couple weeks before that, Oklahoma State on the road November 7th. So TCU, we're not going to know a whole lot about what they're capable of unless we really propel 2014 into 15 in rating the Horned Frogs. It's all backloaded with Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and Baylor, 3 of the final 4 games. So that's TCU. They've got the 7th rated schedule in the Big 12 based on not playing themselves like everybody else in the conference has to play, and also playing a date against a decent Minnesota team that I would expect to finish somewhere in the top 35 to 40 in the country. Talk to me, Big 12 fans, about your scheduling right here on Mark Rogers TV.